Hello everybody, this is Scott. I'm back just to show off this new version of Pillars of Eternity. The backer beta just got an update half an hour ago. I know it's not quite the newest build that they have internally there. It doesn't have a feature called Group Loot, which is going to allow you to loot a whole area at once. But that's coming for the retail version. And this is probably the last backer beta we're going to see since the game comes out in a couple weeks. 2 weeks from today, I think, actually. So I just thought it'd be kind of fun to pop through and see what we could immediately tell was new and added, and even some of the menu here looks a little bit newer. I'm gonna quick go on the options roll briefly to see if anything's changed here. I don't see anything there. Do 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 do. No, that looks all. There's a solid HUD background that was added last time. I don't like it. I like the original background. Okay, so I don't see a lot of new stuff there. Let's just pop in a new game, put it on normal, and off we go. Pardon me while I sip on some tea. Alright. We gotta whip up a character quick, which I don't know how different some of this stuff will be, if they've added new skills or if they've changed around some stuff, but I do know this should be a fairly finalized version of the skills and stat system. So what we see here is probably how it's going to look in 2 weeks. So let's just roll up a guy here real quick. Humans, these guys, all their stats and such. I don't know what I'm going to roll even. Oh well, let's just pick a humans to get to the stats right away. Alright. Barbarians are fun. They still have Carnage. They have still got the same basic idea for laying out how the stats grow per level and such. So that all seems about the same. We already got a rogue and a priest and a wizard and a fighter. So let's do something else. I like paladins. They're kind of neat. Let's just do a barbarian. That'd be kind of fun. Alright, what's the Yale do? This looks about the same. 5-meter radius, frightened. Or, once per encounter, I give myself a big boost to might and constitution and faster attack speed, but I get hit more easily. And I can't see my health. Oh, that's right. That was fun. Let's do that. Oh, well, they've actually, at the very least, you'll see there was only like 2 or 3 stars suggesting stats for characters before. Might still improves your damage and healing and gives you bonus fortitude. Constitution gives you fortitude, endurance, and health. Dexterity gives you action speed and reflex. Perception improves your interrupt, deflection, and reflex. And boosts to area effect, duration of abilities, and will. And resolve is concentration, deflection, and will. Okay, so if the game's suggesting might and constitution primarily, that's damage and endurance. Let's just put his points there. This will be a little bit faster. 12% action, and a little bit more to duration and area effect. Alright. And next. And what kind of weapons do we want? The modeling on that looks a little bit nicer. There's some deeper shadows on there. I didn't really notice at first. This is actually a little bit nicer looking. Actually, the armor looks a lot nicer. That's pretty good. Oh, look at that. Some sort of chain armor or scale armor and a greatsword, and a bonus to might. I like that a lot. The living lands. All right, let's make this guy. What should he have been? A laborer, a drifter, a hunter. Hunter sounds good. Okay. And there's a couple great beards. That's a good. Looks good right there. Oh, I kind of like that head. Alright, let's just do this. This looks quick. This is good. I don't know if we're gonna... I know there's more portraits coming, and actually I'm seeing some new ones right here. So that's actually kind of cool. And I think there's still more coming. Plus you can always import your own as well. This looks fine. Alright.
Follow me. Take him down.
Yeah, seems about right. Alright, we'll just call him the Backer Beta Barbarian, so his name fits with everybody else. And in we go. Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Yeah.
let's level him up. I don't know, I think that's a pretty good looking model right there. Especially considering that's zoomed in. I mean, in the game,
Sure.
the characters move and animate nice. I always thought that was pretty good looking. It looks pretty good. What do we got here? Let's just, let's give him, what's survival do? Consumable duration, so if he drinks a potion, it'll last a little bit longer. That seems like a smart move. Stealth is good for everybody. Everybody should have a little bit of stealth. And athletics is good to actually boost your maximum fatigue and slow down your... Oh, they do actually give you a lot more information now on this. Not the stealth, but they give you actual numbers on athletics. If you had some lore, you could use some low-level scrolls. Oh, plus, of course, filling in the bestiary. Mechanics. Now I can actually manipulate this screen when I have something highlighted. That's nice. Disarm difficulty. We don't need him for that. We want him to be athletic, though. That seems like an important stat for a character who is going to be swinging a giant sword. Alright, what do we got here? Greater Frenzy, which further improves another couple points in might and constitution. It's always tempting to take something like that. I don't know how important well, that's actually kind of nice. 10% more damage. I'm not sure how important accuracy is anymore. It was really important a couple versions ago, but I've watched a few videos since then that make me believe that you don't have to have more than maybe 15 or 20 maybe points of accuracy more than the defense of the target you're attacking, just the way the two-hit system works. Of course, the higher your accuracy, the greater the chance of scoring a crit. So, I mean, having more accuracy is not a bad thing. But I think it'd be kind of nice to take something interesting like the once per encounter barbaric blow to instantly do 25% attack to an area of effect, and 30% of the hits are converted to crits, and a bonus to crit damage. So just like a big heavy blow that hits an area. Let's do that. And next we're going to go with more athletics, which increases maximum fatigue by up to 60%. And, it says passive. Times 1 damage while endurance is below 50%. That can't just make any sense. Times 1, that's the same as the number you're multiplying. So, is that a bug or a typo? Lash out with pain, granting a bonus of damage for as long as his or her endurance is below. I mean, I get that when he's below 50% endurance, he does more damage, I assume. But this is indicating it's the same damage, so I'm not sure how that works. Wild Sprint is 3 times per rest. You can pop this and then move quickly and not be stopped by it. So you could not be stopped by engagement, which means you wouldn't get attached to a melee fighter trying to slow you down. You could run right past him and get right to a target you wanted to nail, like a wizard or something. This would generate a hefty amount of endurance. Once per encounter, it'd be a nice little self heal. And of course, Barbaric Yell I didn't grab last time. Actually, Savage Defiance seems like a smart pick early on. Okay, one more level. What's this do if I bump it up? Extra 10% more fatigue. Let's look at survival. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Here's that Greater Frenzy, Accurate Carnage, Stalwart Defense. Oh, wow, that's neat. So if I pick this talent, when I pop my Savage Defiance and get some extra endurance, I'm also improving my defensive stats for 15 seconds. Neat. Let's grab that. Man, I should have looked at the other ones. Well. Okay. Alright. Well, let's talk to this guy here and see what he has to say. He's an elf idling by the road. Greetings. I just come from the village. How bad was it? What? What are you talking about? Ah. Why are you standing around here? Oop, requirement not met for that. I could turn those off in the options, but I kind of like seeing them. I could draw her out. Yeah. Alright, so first quest. This is not new, I just pretending it is. Alright, let's go into fast mode so we can go make the cover ground quicker. There's no danger of getting into a fight here in town, at least not yet. This guy wants to talk to me and he's going to get out of my way. He wants to direct me to another quest I can take care of. Here's some villagers. That guy is not getting any help looking for that girl. And I'm going to pop in here quick because I want to actually recruit an adventurer at the inn. We'll go to slow mode again because it...
I just want to find her. Surely even you can understand that.
We're decent folk, my lord. Perhaps you should leave and check the wilds.
Alright. Let's go talk to this
Godspeed.
guy here. I want to hire an adventurer. And a level 3 adventurer. You betcha. And we will go with a female... godlike... fire or moon or nature. Like the way nature guys look. And they also have a thing where grants a bonus to might, constitution, and dexterity when they get below health. I was going to make her a monk, so having her be a in melee means she probably will go down a little bit occasionally. Make her a monk. Her skin's creepy looking, but it looks good. They have some nice outline effects I don't think I ever noticed before. Alright, what's this? Requires a wound, and it attacks for a cone and reduces the target's might and reflex, and does extra damage in the meantime. That's pretty awesome. Or for one wound, I can do a quick extra 25% bonus attack speed for 10 seconds. I like that. Alright, dexterity is a big thing for monks. Let's pump that way up. And some extra damage. And health. Okay. And this just defines her starting arraignment. That's kind of cool looking. And it's got some bonus dexterity. And let's see. She was a raider. Ooh. That's kind of cool looking. Alright. We got some nature death-like pictures here. I like the hood. They added some generic hooded characters so that you can use those if you don't find something that is identical to what you're kind of looking for.
My eyes are peeled.
That's gross. Okay, and BB Monk. Here we go. Okay. And now I got her, and I'll level her up real quick. We'll give her some stealth and some athletics. And what's this here? Let's see. Lowers the monk's wound threshold so she can generate wounds faster. Modifies her swift strike ability I picked up to do extra shock damage. Mortification of the soul, I think, yep, just gives her a wound. Like, just hurts herself to give her a wound. What kind of defensive things we got here? Hold the line. Snake's reflex. Just extra reflex, fortitude, extra will, cautious attack. So there's a model that you can toggle on and off that will slow your attack speed but give you bonus to your deflection. Let's see, graceful retreat. Bonus when you're trying to disengage. We got some Scion of Flame. Bonus burn damage and reduction from burn damage. Wound binding is a nice health boost. Let's see here. I wonder if I were to be fighting with my fists, is that dual wielding? Because I like the idea of this two weapon style here. That's pretty cool. Here I could just have a passive that just lets me hurt people more when they're low on endurance. That'd be kind of neat too. Let's take lightning strikes and do bonus shock damage, right? That seems like a no-brainer. Let's go with some more athletics, and there we go. Perfect. Okay, and what's this? Requires 2 wounds. It knocks the guy back. Oh, this is a cool ability. I showed this off in my monk ability video I recorded like forever ago. Let's take that. Alright, only level 3. But we're going to right now go and get some experience. Alright. Let's walk in here. Oh, this is, it turns out, that girl I'm looking for. If you were pausing and reading all the text I flew through last time. Someone told me you're responsible for the heinous killings in Defiance Bay. I just wanted to hear your side of the story, and all I'm going to tell her, she can go ahead and go east and be honest about it. I'll let her escape, and I'll cover her. There's a bunch of ways to kind of resolve this
Yeah, right.
quest. Alright, where's my rogue at?
Well, of course.
Let's sneaky
Keep
sneaky.
quiet.
And when you're in sneaking mode is how you find traps and hidden things, so... important to remember that. Okay, and is there anything else around
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
here? Tab? No, nothing here, but there
Yeah.
is a couple goodies over here. Let's see here. Quick save the game. I don't want to have to redo all this.
I'll take care of it.
We got a lock. 4 mechanics, or if we have 4 mechanics skill and 5 lockpicks, we can get through this lock. Or if we have a 5 in mechanics, we don't have to worry about using any lockpicks, looks like. So what's her skill looking like? She's got a 6, so she's covered. And we got it. Scroll defenses she can't use. Now I don't know, can anyone use this? Will it tell me from here? Yeah, it doesn't seem like just as requires 4 lore. And we got a hunting bow. Let's put this and this here, and then give, what is this? Scroll of Defense. Requires a pretty high lore, but it's a pretty good spell. So,
Yes?
let's just take a look at his. I think I put it in here accidentally after all. Maybe. Nope, I gave it to the right guy. Jeez. Okay, so let's take a look at this guy. Since this is a little bit tougher because I didn't make these characters, so I don't really know what they can do. We got 4 in lore here. 1. Of course, I didn't put any lore in my characters. A 7 for the priest, and that's good enough. Okay, so the wizard and the priest can use it. We're going to go ahead and let them have some items in their quick slots. Yeah, some scrolls. And what's this guy got here? A big potion of endurance. Let him have that. And maybe what we do is we split one of those off and give one to my barbarian. And we're going to put some traps down. I discovered how to use these, sort of, by finding out that I was doing them wrong before. And in that I thought you could put a whole bunch down, but only one at a time per character. Let's see here. A potion of iron skin. And a potion of motion. Bonus attack speed. You know who probably could use that? The old monk. There we go.
Indeed.
We're kind of getting this done here.
Right.
Let's get in here. And we are getting detected, but that's fine. The people in there don't
What
seem
is
to mind
it?
too much that we're skulking around. Hers is filling
There's
a lot
something ahead.
slower. Her field is filling up slower because she's got a higher stealth score. We're going to go ahead and take this Guildmaster's staff, which increases reach, has a pretty high damage, a strong interrupt, and it has a minor spellbind enchantment on it. So we're gonna go ahead and give that to our wizard and get her out of there. Oop, she can actually raid this too. And now we should get out of here before they see us. And let's stop that nonsense. And let's give him this staff. No. You don't really need a fine small shield or a fine sword so much as you need this cool staff. Now we'll swap over to it, and he's got it equipped. And I can go back to the fine rod if I want to have a range attack for him. We're going to keep him with that. Now let's take a look at this guy quick and see if he's even got any skills or talents. Weapon focus knight. Battle axe, sword, morning star, and crossbow. So he gets a bonus accuracy with morning stars, crows, and morning stars and crossbows, and he's got both. So that's actually not too shabby. I'm gonna have her use this fine warhammer and the shield because shields do slow you down, and they reduce your accuracy. No, they just reduce accuracy. But bonus deflection is nice. I don't want her to get knocked down. And he's got this two-handed business going here. He is going to hit pretty hard, but I kind of like the idea of him instead having a shield himself and a sword, which he's still going to have solid accuracy with, just a little bit less because, again, shields reduce... Oh, well, flying small shields do not reduce accuracy, so he's just got some extra deflection. Nice. I don't think that's how that was before. Alright, let's go and level up. And we'll probably have to fight these guys. They're not going to like it. I don't think I have the stats to talk my way out of this one. We'll see. Okay, let's turn on fast mode and zoom way out and just kind of blow through the area here. This is actually a pretty easy fight, or I should say it was last time I played. Maybe they've made these guys a little bit tougher now. I will admit I hadn't thought of that until just now. Alright, so, save the game. We'll go to slow mode.
Huh?
I didn't mean to go to slow mode, but we'll keep
Got
it like
it.
that. Here, let's get out of slow mode. Let's go up here. Let's
I'm here.
assume this is going to be a hard fight. We don't want to have to
of course.
make any assumptions.
Right.
Okay, and we're going to have a priest.
What is
We're
it?
going to have the rogue
As
stand
you
right here.
wish.
There we go.
Yeah,
I know those voices are kind of loud and it's hard to hear on me,
no
but
problem.
see what happens. You go there. Alright, perfect. Let's
Yeah.
talk to him. Lie. She snuck out of the back and went north. That's me being deceptive because she, of course, went west or east or whatever. Now, he is not quite buying it. And if I had a higher resolve, I could talk him down. But unfortunately, I don't have a high enough resolve, so I must choose. I was just hoping you'd believe me. And he's going to draw his weapon, and I'm going to get a negative faction rep with House Diomenel. Alright. But we all gained a level, so there you go. Oh, this is not the kind of experience you get from doing a quest in the real game. Alright. We're going to slow it down for the purposes of demonstration. Yep. And let's do this. Let's barbaric blow this guy.
Yes.
And at the same time, blind him.
Hmm.
We're going to have the monk. It doesn't have any wounds, so she'll just attack.
Huh?
We're going to have this guy knock him down, and we're going to turn on defender to try and grab a couple guys in engagement.
Yes?
The wizard, we're going to try and pop this thing, and it hopefully won't hurt my own troops.
Yes.
And we are going to get a little closer and fight him so I can pop the Holy Radiance. By the way, I mentioned this in a few other places, but if you're watching this video and didn't know this, all these radius abilities, all these special attacks that have an area of effect, you may wonder why there's a second inner circle. And the reason that is the second inner circle, the middle circle, that is the base range of the effect, unmodified by your skills, and then the outer circle is the actual range of the effect as it's modified by skills and equipment and such. The important thing to note, and the reason they show the two rings, is because anything inside your base range, if it's damaging or if it can affect other people, it will have a friendly fire effect. On the other hand, anything that is inside the band around the middle ring, that's an improvement because of your skills and stats, that actually is not going to hurt your friends, which is kind of a neat little idea. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, well that was cool. Okay, so a lot of stuff just happened here, and we got this nice little log here to find out what happened exactly. We got the bear, whoa, oh, sorry. My barbarian, actually, because of carnage, just nailed all these guys in front of him here. That was pretty cool.
Yeah?
That guy did knock down the cowled dwarf, and we're going to keep hammering on that guy.
Yes?
I don't know why he moved forward. That's dumb, because now you'll see this red line. He's actually engaged.
Yes.
We're going to have the priest pop her ability to Holy Radiate. We're going to have my barbarian perform his Frenzy ability. And we're going to
Yes.
have the rogue actually just keep fighting that guy.
Yes?
And he is going to put up Arcane Veil since he's foolishly
Still alive? I need
trying to walk
something
in
sharp.
range. Okay, now, my monk is real injured. She's getting nailed. So let's do this. Let's have you keep fighting. Now he's almost dead.
Yes.
I think my baron's just destroying that guy.
Yeah?
Let's knock him back down again. Let's get the priest to try and give some endurance to the monk.
Eh?
And the monk, we are going to try and knock this guy away. Alright. The wizard. He's got rolling flames. I put the arcane veil on him to get him to walk away, so we're gonna try and get him to walk. He'll get attacked for free from the cowled man here, but okay. Now, she knocked him away. He's being chased, so that's not ideal. We're gonna have to do something about this guy right here.
Yeah.
She did get her buff. And she can still use this because she's got 6 wounds on her, because I wasn't paying attention. The boar companion is knocked out. Let's try knocking this guy down.
Yeah.
You take him out.
What is it?
You go after that guy.
Huh?
You just keep hammering that guy.
Still alive? I
Alright.
need something sharp.
That worked out pretty good. The monk just knocked this guy down over there.
What is it?
And have you hit this guy yet? Everybody has a target. Here, actually, why don't you go help her with this guy? And why don't you... You're just...
So much for you.
You're crushing everybody. Get him. Okay, there we go. Alright. Well, there we go. That was actually pretty awesome in a way that I can't quite articulate why it was better feeling to fight that fight. Well, it helps that fight was always super easy to cheese before. Now it was an actual fight. Okay, so let's see what we got here for goods. Brigandine armor is not quite as nice as the plate armor. And it's actually the same speed, so not great. Let's go around here and grab some more stuff. What do we got here? Fine medium shields. Be a little bit better than she's got now, but would give him a little less accuracy. And a hood. Let's just grab some of these other things here. Fine leather armor. What do you have for armor? You're my rogue, right? Yeah. Wait, why are you wearing plate armor? Okay, let's... Yes, let's... Ugh. That can't be right. No, I was looking at the wrong guy. Okay, that's fine. This is better. It's a little slower. It's a little bit better, though. And she's got fine stilettos and fine hatchets. She was doing a lot of damage. I guess I don't have a problem with her having a hatchet in one hand and a stiletto in the other. Okay. So that's that. And I guess I could probably... Fine Brigandine. What is that all about? What did she just put on? Was that Fine Brigandine that she just put on? That was fine leather armor. That's actually kind of a lot of speed reduction. What's my barbarian wearing? Scale armor is minus 35%. What does it look like? That's pretty awesome, I gotta say. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you're wearing any armor. Yeah. Everybody's a little slower because of the armor, but it's nice to have the damage reduction. Okay,
Yeah.
and we can level up a little bit. I'll level up the barbarian quick. Let's give him some more of that. And we're going to give him... What's this? Extra enemies need to be flanking him. That's pretty cool. Or... Passive. Increasing his or speed temporarily in battle once he or she is personally downed at least 2 enemies. Just starts attacking faster. That's pretty cool. I kind of like this one stands alone ability. What a neat idea. The barbarian hits so hard that ordinary means of defense can be easily overpowered. On attacks that normally target deflection, he attacks fortitude instead, if it's the lower of the two. Wow, that's kind of awesome. Even a high-armored but low fortitude character would just get crushed. I kind of like having the yell because I liked having the ability to frighten enemies. I'm going to grab that, I think. So, alright, there we go.
Yeah.
I could from here move on out. I could explore the rest of the town. I could enchant some of my gear, which actually I wouldn't mind seeing if they've changed that at all. Let's see, enchant. We got secondary abilities and such. We could make it a corrosive sword that does extra damage, and that is more accurate. No, that's all we got. Wonder what we're short on. These Drake talons. Probably not gonna get any more of those. So now he's got this cool corrosive enchanted sword that hits real hard. It's nasty. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. Well, I think that's a good place to wrap it up now. I didn't see a lot of changes, but everything feels a little bit more polished and feels better. And at this stage in the game, that's kind of where I expected things to be, honestly. So I will probably play a little bit more, and if I start seeing some other things worth noting, I may put another video up. For now, just feel free to ask any questions you come up with in the comments. And if you don't mind, please like and subscribe. And thanks for watching.